And, some people got mad, but I mean...
I was in 212 on the...
It was hard to miss the anti-Semitic scandal that the American rapper Azealia Banks stirred up online last weekend, especially when she was here in Israel performing as part of a tour. Now, after she already managed to retract her harsh words, she tries to explain in a special interview what exactly lay behind them.
I think a bunch of shit just happened, and everyone was kind of just like explaining everything, and I was just like, no, you can't handle the truth. And it was just like, it's funny, one of my friends was like, Azealia, this is like the most Jewish thing you can ever do. Like, you're sitting here like in a Hasidic wig, debating Judaism.
Banks, known as an artist who creates drama and storms, almost like songs, directed her fire this time towards the Jews in a series of posts on X last Friday. Palestinians have more Semitic DNA than Ashkenazi Jews, so that means Palestinians are more Jewish than Ashkenazi Jews. Honestly, the Jews are getting effing boring, and this is why you have no friends. She didn't stop there and added that she wants to leave here now.
I wasn't trying to offend anybody, I didn't know it was a threat. So, a lot of people hit me up and jumped in, and it was just like a bunch of confusion. I love Israel. I'm still a Zionist.
Banks is one of the more prominent artists who supported Israel since the October 7th massacre and continued to do so even as the boycott against Israel in the cultural world became more and more popular. But this recent incident was not her first attack on Jews and on Israel. In 2018, she came to perform in Israel and unleashed an offensive series of tweets against Israel, claiming racist and humiliating treatment. She swore she would never return to Israel, but even then, just like today, she retracted her harsh words.
I guess didn't check the news, or, I was just kind of really in my artist mode, and I had a Muslim security guard, and I didn't know that flying to Israel with a Muslim would be like, I didn't know. I decided to come back when because when you see it, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, if you have a brain, you're like, okay, honey, America has done some fucked up shit, like, unprovoked.
But if we set aside the rapper's mood swings and the unclear anti-Semitic attack, let's remember that the purpose of her visit was actually support for Israel during an especially difficult time. Between her performances, Banks visited the site of the Nova massacre in Ra'im and was horrified to see how a place meant to celebrate music and life became a terror zone.
It was really sad to just see just the pictures of all the kids, and the DJ too, It's kind of psychologically traumatizing or terrorizing in a way, when you're an artist and you do, you're out on the stage and you're open and you're exposed and stuff, and just kind of terror, day terrors of things like that happening, or just feeling guilt, if your fans came to your concert and some shit like that happened, some mom sends her kid to the Azealia Banks show and he doesn't come home,
And someone who identifies with the struggle of the Afro-American community, she has a lot to say about those who rush to come out against Israel in the name of social justice.
People kind of start to twist reality and sell you their version of what they want you to get, because I think there's just a lot of brainwashing and fear.
In her performance on Thursday in the Tel Aviv amphitheater, Azealia Banks ended the evening surprisingly, wearing a t-shirt supporting Prime Minister Netanyahu. No one knew where it came from, and if it was just another one of her provocations.
I love Netanyahu. I like Netanyahu. I really do. I enjoy him a lot. He just reminds me of just a cool Cuban guy with a cigar, And I don't know, sometimes I see this leader who's dealing with so much. When I look at him, I just see someone who's really just trying to do the best for him. He's really just trying to do right by his people.
Azealia Banks promised that she came to make noise, and she delivered. But in the end, after all the headlines and storms, when she steps on stage, it is perfectly clear where her heart belongs. and where she truly shines.
Sometimes you just have to simplify things, you know? It's like, okay, I make music. Music is for ears. People in Israel have ears, and so I'm gonna go let them hear some music.